Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
It's good to see you back.
I know, I'm glad to be here.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good.
Yes,
I'm feeling
yes.
really good.
Good. How was your day today?
My day was really good. It started off kind of slow, then it slowly picked up. But all in all, it's been a very good day.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Did you follow up with the things we agreed to talk about last time?
Yes, I did. I was so proud of myself, and I thank you for that advice.
Okay. How did it feel to complete the assignment?
It felt really good it felt really good to work towards a common goal that I was supposed to achieve dealing with this incident. So when I completed it, was just like, yes, and I'm, working towards it. So that really helped me out a lot in accomplishing another goal, dealing with this because it's so dramatic for me and traumatic for me. So it felt really good to accomplish it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You seem to be dealing with the situation head on, taking baby steps, doing what you need to do.
Yes, one at a time.
How are things going at home concerning what we talked about last time?
Things are going good. Each day, I want to say it tries to overcome me, but I don't let it because I remember what we discussed last week. And there was actually an incident where I had to act upon it as soon as possible. And I did it. And I just felt really, really accomplished. I'm not there yet, but I am working towards it, so I'm very proud of myself.
How's your husband and your kids taking it?
My husband, he's a big supporter. He asks questions, he gives advice, he drives me in the right direction. My kids, they don't really know what's going on with mommy, but they know that it is something, and they feed off daddy's support, so they're my supporters too. I love my babies.
Okay. What would you like to work on today?
Today, I want to work on, let's see, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to put it. I want to work on being more active towards the goal that I'm trying to accomplish with my fear of policemen. With my fear of policemen, because there's so much going on, and you need that protection. Their goal is to protect and to serve. So what I want to work on today is actually being more active or being more open to seek to them for help. So I just need to work on that.
You said that to overcome your fear of policemen.
Yes.
So, for example, in a typical situation, if you were to get, I want to give you a scenario. If you were to get pulled over, let's say for speeding or running a stop sign, and you got, you had to deal with a police officer, how would you deal with it?
Well, as you know from the previous session, I told you that when I was younger, my father was involved in illegal activity, and the police and the law enforcement were after him, and it was a quiet night, and they busted in the house, and they attacked my father, and I actually witnessed it, and I felt like they're supposed to be protecting us, but look what they're doing to my father. So I just developed then a fear of authority figures, because I just felt like they would do me how they did my father. So when it comes to problems, I don't look to them for help. I just try to handle it on my own, and that's been my biggest problem. And like we're working towards, seeking authority figures for help that they're here to do. So if I were to get a ticket in that instant, I would just have to continue to think about the things that you told me to do, and right then put them into place and let myself know that it's going to be okay. This is not that situation. It's just basically calming myself and talking to myself at that moment to let myself know that this is not that situation. So basically, it's convincing me that this is not what they're going to do. They're here to actually protect us.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Other than the one that you talked about earlier, were there any more challenges that you had this week?
A challenge this week. I actually had a miscommunication problem with a good friend of mine, and the challenge was to actually talk to her after I noticed that it was an actual communication problem. And that challenge for me, whew, it was awful because I'm a very prideful person. But I overcame it, and I called her, and I explained the situation, and I saw it from her point of view, she saw it from mine, and we buried the hatchet, and now we're moving forward with our friendship. But that was definitely a challenge for me when I had to be the bigger person to let her know.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel like I was growing. It really did. It made me feel like I was growing, and it made me feel that with that problem as well as my main fear of anything, that I can actually accomplish it because I was able to accomplish that task.
Okay. Any victories?
Ooh, I got everything at Walmart under $200.
Okay.
So that was definitely a plus for me. Yeah, so it was definitely a victory.
Okay. Has anything concerning your disorder, as far as like your eating, sleeping, in the workplace, anything changed?
My eating has increased a bit because I eat when I'm nervous.
Okay.
And of course my sleeping is a bit off because I live in a very rural area, and there's a lot of activity dealing with law enforcement. So the time I hear sirens, it's, I'm up and I'm not okay until everything is gone, and everyone is gone, and the lights are off. So in that instance, I'll panic myself so bad that I won't be able to go to sleep. So my sleep pattern has been off, and it's been really crazy in my neighborhood. And as far as in the workplace, semi, because we have security guards, and they canvass a lot, and it sort of bothers me. So it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, but it's hard not to show it to my coworkers.
Do you talk to any of the security that you?
No.
Do any of them try to talk to you?
Yes, I feel as though they're trying to be cordial, but being that they don't know the background history of it, it's just basically a no hello.
Okay. With your husband, does he says anything about your mood in eating and your mood in sleeping?
Oh, definitely. He's approached me many times about my moods, but being that he's so understanding, he basically he tells me, and I'll try to change, but he understands the demon that I'm dealing with when it comes to that situation.
Okay.
As far as my eating, I don't think it's bothered him yet. I'm pretty sure he notices the weight gain, and he notices the constant eating, and he hasn't said anything about that yet. But as far as the moods, yes, he's approached me about the moods. And I guess it's a problem because he feels as though at a certain point it'll affect the children. So he has noticed it, and he has come to me about it.
Are you having mood swings because of your anxiety and panic?
Yes.
Okay.
Recently, with all the activity that's going on, it's gotten really worse. Really worse.
While home, when different activity when different activities are going on, do you or your husband, when it happens, do you wake your husband while if he's asleep when it goes on?
I do. And it's actually becoming a burden because he has to get up so early. And I wake up at very weird times of the night or very early in the morning, and I know that he needs all his rest. But I'll wake him up so that he could be, or that I feel as though he's my comfort zone. So when he's up, I feel like I'm okay. Like he's my protection instead of the law. So yes, I've waken him up many mornings and many nights to be with me when my anxiety starts to attack.
Okay. Okay. Concerning what we talked about, today, what is one thing that you would like to change to help you progress and become more, open with so that you can talk to the enforcers and overcome your fear and anxiety of speaking to officials?
So you're saying one thing that I want to change about my fear.
One thing you want to work on as far as overcoming your fear.
One thing I want to work on as far as overcoming my fear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. It would probably be, and it may sound weird, it's overcoming the vision of their uniform.
Okay.
And I'll say this because the uniform, when I was young, it's such a vivid picture in my mind. I can still see them now as I was in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that I saw was their uniforms and the shiny name badge and their guns drawn on us, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see the uniform, I automatically freeze up. So that's what's causing the problem for me at work, because when security comes around, I see their uniform, or when they're in the neighborhood, I see the uniform and they're like it automatically triggers something. So if I could initially get over the fear of seeing them before they even do anything to harm me or even make a motion to come near me, I think that would help me move forward to attaining my overall goal of just being at peace, or being at peace with the situation of having the fear of them.
Okay, besides seeing them in their uniform, is there like one thing or something that you could think of as far as like with you seeing the security, or do you think that you would be able to speak with them if they were not in uniform?
Yes. Yes. I feel that I would be able to.
Okay.
It's just like the uniform is one thing and they're another. When I don't see the uniform, my brain doesn't associate them with it. So therefore, if I could just, that would be another one. If I could just cordially speak to them without their uniform and slowly but surely, move towards the goal of talking to them in uniform, that would really help me.
Does your boss know that you have this problem?
No, I have not spoken with my boss about this at all. She has no regulations with this at all.
Do you think that that's something that you would want to talk to her about?
I feel as though I should address it to her because of the uncomfortability that I actually feel around security.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts to show, then she'll know that there's something up. So I feel as though I should address that to her as soon as possible, actually.
Do you think that you'll be able to talk to her about it this week? Or do you feel comfortable with her even knowing your situation